Man, look how lucky you got it, man. Look how lucky you got it.
What you mean, how lucky?
Man, you ain't got no crates. You ain't got no crates.
I still got a whole bunch of stuff to carry.
No, man, you ain't got no crates.
No, trust me.
You ain't got 8 crates of records.
No, my DJ mentor made me carry his crates. Like you said, some real big, like club speakers.
No, I'm not talking about the club speakers. I'm talking about the crates of records.
Yeah. But I still have to carry some stuff. My DJ mentor made sure he said, "Oh, you don't have no crates. I'll make sure you carry some stuff."
And this, you need the 12s with that platter.
I got 12s at home.
Cause this ain't working. I mean, I know you know Jazzy Jeff, so that's not even a question. Have you ever heard his Boiler House mix?
I watch all this stuff. You can do a lot of the same things on these. I'm just not a scratch DJ.
I know, but man, that Boiler House thing was, god damn, that was fantastic, man.
Yeah. Jeff just has his own thing. There's a few guys that's like that.
I mean, Red Alert, you know, I've seen Red Alert too, but he's nowhere near as good.
Check out Scratch Bastard. He's out of Canada.
Well, it's not about the scratching, right? It's just not about, it's the way, you know, because when I listen to that Boiler House, most of those records I had never even heard.
Yeah, he pulled all the originals out on you.
No, well, I'm not even talking about the originals, but some of the originals I haven't heard, but some of those other rap records I haven't heard, like Track 10 and Henny. I had never heard those, and I've never heard that one, that record from Method Man. But I went looking for it, and that's something that, you know, he probably had a acapella track that he dropped the beat under, and I'm like, you know what? I was a good DJ when I was a DJ. I was never that. I mean, I was, you know, and I listen to some Boiler House, and you hear people blending, and I do that really well. I used to do that, you know, on Twitter, but after listening to Jeff, I can't even listen to that shit. That shit too slow.
yeah. Jeff is one. Like I said again, check out the Scratch Bastard hangs out with him. I know you know. I don't want to say Cool C, but what's my man's name? Jeez, there's another guy that came up. He's a contemporary of Jazzy Jeff. He came out of Philly too. His Cash Money. You heard Cash Money?
I mean, maybe from back in the day.
Cash Money. Him and Jeff are still hitting just as hard like they just started yesterday.
Yeah, you got a few dollars tied up here. Yeah, you got a few dollars tied up here. So.
Yeah, I'm still going up, man. I've only been doing this for 6 years. So I got it, and this is coming from a guy who never touched it before.
Yeah, well, music's different, man. So.
Yeah, the good thing for me is, like I said, I got a mentor. He's been in it for like 30-something years, so he's teaching me all of that stuff. And
he's teaching you all the old school stuff.
Yeah, he's teaching. Well, see, that's the thing about it too. Now, I've always been a music lover, so I know about a lot of the older stuff. He's teaching me techniques. He's teaching me stuff that probably would have took me 15 years to learn. Just because you wouldn't, if you didn't have nobody teaching you, you would have to pick it up on your own. So it's just like, I really appreciate stuff, little nuances, things that you don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. No, that's some shit I used to do when I was in radio, so you can't do that. Because I wanted to talk to you about crosstalk. But the thing that I noticed about Jeff was that he records everything that he does, right? And so some of that stuff, like when he pulled out Funky Worm and he hit that double beat perfectly. He had already saved that, cut that out, and made that an individual track all by itself.
Probably so.
And so I hope you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I record all my sets, and I'm actually getting ready to go into production now with like setting up my own remixes and things of that nature. There's a few songs that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about timing, but it's a lot easier when you go ahead and make that track for yourself. So yeah, like I said, yeah, those guys.
I know, but But that's the skill. That's the technique that you're talking about. Being able to do it, you know. And not, you know, I've never used anything like this, so I know Jeff is just using the 12 with a platter hooked to a computer, and it makes more. It makes, you know, a lot of guys from that era can use that because they already know how to use that.
Right.
Maybe you didn't grow up on it. Maybe you grew up on this.
No, and that's the thing. But I say again, I've been doing it for 6 years. I just got my 1200s earlier this year, so they're actually in the lab now. That's what I work on when I'm at home. But I've been on. I went from controller to CDJs. And I'm going back to the vinyl. So I've done a couple shows on vinyl. Like I said again, it's just a growing process. They're different fields.
Are they paying you? You not getting?
Oh yeah. I get paid handsomely. So you know, it's I'm good. Like right now, after I leave here, I'm actually getting ready to hop on the road. I got a midnight. Actually 1 o'clock in Cincinnati.
Okay.
So
That's good. I mean,
my weekends are.
I was listening to Vlad, right? Vlad TV.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to Featherline, and he was saying Featherline could get $10,000 for a show, but he had got out of it because he realized no matter how good he got, it wasn't the nature, it wasn't his skill, it wasn't. How did he say? What is the language that he used? It wasn't the quality of his skill, it was the quality of the celebrity.
Yeah, his brand.
And so Kevin Featherline, who probably don't know shit about anything, can make $10,000 a show because people want to know him.
Yeah.
And
just like Paris Hilton was bringing 20 grand a show. She's not a DJ. She can't even. And when I say this, I speak of that in the sense of, for me, DJing is a very wide range. There's a lot of different skill levels. Everybody's not a Jeff. Everybody's not a turntable list like Qbert. You know, then you have your Skrillex. But then if you can't even push buttons on time, like Paris Hilton, that's not a DJ. You at least get your timing down. And she makes $20,000 a show just for her name and her celebrity. So, you know, it's just like, it's a different game.
well, I hope it's worth you going up to Cincinnati.
Oh, it's always. Like I said, I go to Cincinnati a few times. I have a pretty loyal following in the Midwest. So, like I said again, and I do it for fun. I'm a software engineer by trade. So.
Oh, okay. I'd be looking for some money. I'm sorry. I said I would be looking for some money.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting paid to have fun. You know, like I said again, this is not my.
No, but you're not making a living off of it. No. You know, you're covering your expenses. Maybe you make a few extra bucks, you buy some equipment, but you're not living off of it. You're living off your software skills. Yeah. And so that, you know, that's the difference.
Yeah, and that's different. Like I said again, and I have friends who actually do this for a living. Like, see, for me, the thing about a DJ is DJ's got to travel quite extensively every weekend. I can't do that. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 5-year-old daughter. They need daddy at home more than I need to make money. I got friends right now. People like, man, come on with me. I'm making 6 figures a year off this. I'm like, I know. It's very doable. But sometimes you have to take that sacrifice. Do I want my kids? Do I want money? And I want my kids to always remember me. They can't remember money. With my software gig, I can stay at home and work all week. You know, so like I said again, I do 3 weekends out the month. I get 1 weekend in them and I'm at home with them. So it's perfect for me. Like I said again, I make great money doing this. And so doing this and the software, it's just great. You know, even with my kids. Again, if I had kids that was older, it might be a different story. I might go out a little bit more. But like I said again, I got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. And daddy is so important to them.
Now, I had a cousin that told me I should like get back into it, and I was like, no, my time is past. You know, I simply like to play the music that I like to play, and either you're gonna rock the way I want to rock, or it just ain't gonna work. And you know what? When you in that field trying to make money, it can't run that way.
Right. If you're a great DJ, I've never heard you play, but I know you know what you're talking about. There's an audience for you. You can play whatever you want to play, however you want to play, you know. And that's the thing about it. You can make money in this thing. Actually, again, the thing about it is Detroit. I'm telling you right now, Detroit is a saturated market. You know that. DJs a dime a dozen.
Not a good one.
But there's still a saturated market. I didn't say a good one. But you know, and then you have that where somebody like you and me to say, okay, this is our price here, and then you got one of those not a good ones and say, well, I'll do your whole day for $100.
$100, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
I got $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 worth of equipment sitting on this table.
Yeah. And you get that. I rent that a lot. So what I did was I just changed my market. I went for a very selective market of people. And I don't do backyard. I do a couple backyard parties, but it's very exclusive. But I do corporate. Corporate pays you.
Corporate always pays.
Corporate pays big money.
Yeah, corporate pays.
And then you don't have to do it all the time. You said again, and what happens is from corporate, you get the VP's daughter's wedding. You get the president's wedding, the daughter's wedding, the son's wedding. So you see, it just keep rolling in. So it's just a point of making the right market.
So let me tell you what I do. I'm not making a whole lot of money off of it, but I got a YouTube channel.
Okay.
They used to call me the kick-ass mall cop of Atlanta. My most famous video is where I tasered a woman in front of her 3 kids.
Oh, that's you?
You remember that video from Atlanta?
That video.
Yeah. So this is the channel, right? Don't be surprised if you end up on it.
Okay. You got me on the...
Oh yeah, the camera's always on when I deal with the people. So you might end up on it. Yeah, it's a good conversation, man. It's good information. Some people out there might need to hear. Yeah.
You know, I'm willing to help out other folks. You know, so there's enough fish out there for all of us to eat.
Yeah, the money's definitely out there. All you gotta do is go get it, right?
Exactly.
I hear you.
That separates the fisherman from somebody who's starving.
Yeah. Well, I'm starving. I'm working on some other stuff.
There you go.
I've been trying to get out of security for the last year.
Okay.
I get a few bucks together and I got to sink it back into my Mini. Of course, I got 2002 with 200 and some odd thousand miles on it now.
Yeah.
I drive it like it got 30,000 miles on it.
Sure.
And you know, the streets of Michigan, man, well, they just tear it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's your name again?
Super DJ Superhero.
Super DJ
Superhero. There you go. Can't forget that, can you? You can't forget that one.
Well, Super DJ Superhero, like I said, don't be surprised if sometime you end up on YouTube, man.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Take it easy.
You too now.